No.
All right, cool.
Wait,
Wait,
let me
what?
think of something. Give me like a minute.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right, okay. We'll do lightning round. If you were a pastry. Oh, wait, we had that.
I think we did.
God, this podcast is stupid. Well. Welcome to the Comfycast. I'm Reddish Blues. As always, I'm joined by Mr. Hoot,
I'm back
aka
again.
Oh, your nickname is Mr. Hoot, and returning finally. We waited for him. He's back. Varia.
I'm back.
He's here. You're back home, Philly?
Yeah, I arrived this Monday. Actually, I was taking a week's vacation at my grandparents' house because it's been a while since I visited them, so I did that before coming back officially.
I like how everybody's going to be like, who? Because he's been in less episodes than the sum total now.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I'm just a special guest. I've always been one.
Welcome to a new special guest.
How many episodes did you do before you left for the summer? It was like 2, 3?
Five
Oh,
or
5.
6, maybe.
5.
He's a forever guest, so get used to him.
Swift's been here more.
599 has been here. Moose has been here more. No.
God, almost.
We're gonna have still guests and stuff. I'm assuming we'll try to keep it to 4, maybe 5. But I know 5 is a lot. Maybe 4. But every other week or so. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But anyways, I want to apologize because we missed 2 whole weeks of recording a podcast. I was busy with work, and Mr. Who, you were out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about our past 2 weeks really quick. We'll touch up on them if you want to go first too, because I know you did a shit ton of stuff.
Oh, well, super quickly, yeah. Played a bunch of stuff. Got a bunch of stuff on the 3DS. I've started Monster Hunter Generations. I started a bunch of Pokemon stuff, and Pokemon Go kind of gave me made me want to actually go back and play actual Pokemon. So I started rebuilding a team on my 3DS.
What game?
Right now I'm on Y, but
Y.
I'm really looking to get Soul Silver, which is incredibly rare, I've realized.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like you can't find it anywhere around here anymore. You gotta buy it off the web, and it costs a pretty penny just to get it. And I've been playing old games on my Vita. And when I say old games, I mean like Genesis games, because there's been a little breakthrough on the Vita recently in terms of hacking, or should I say rather homebrew, which released about less than a week ago.
Yeah, about 6 days.
Yeah, and it's super easy to do, and it's super nice because it allows me to have emulators again on the Vita, just like I had on the PSP. And the scene is growing super fast, and it's super nice. So I hope it's gonna stay consistent. I'm not gonna like pirate games, straight up like games on the Vita, but I do enjoy having able to emulate once more, like older games.
Yeah. How do they look on that screen?
Oh, great! Like I still had like the 1000 model,
OLED
model, so it's the OLED, and it looks fucking gorgeous. I've been playing like The Secret of Mana 2. Been playing Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Bunch of stuff. Oh, and yeah, speaking of which, I've watched, I think it was 2 weeks ago, it was probably one of the best ever. Not a convention, but a special Sonic 25th anniversary night.
Oh my god, yeah. I totally forgot that happened.
Yeah, I actually forgot that wasn't the docket, but I'm going to touch on it really fast. it's not quite Konami 2010, but it's up there.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
really up
close.
there. And the great thing is that we had like an extremely cringy presentation, but we still have two good games shown at the whole thing. Well, we have especially one good game and one
Yeah,
like good announcement. Um, but Sonic Mania notably looks excellent, mostly because it's being made by a bunch of fan gamers, all really good ones, especially Christian Whitehead, who did the really good Sonic CD port, like the enhanced port, and a bunch of other ones. Well, every person involved in this is basically a fan gamer who knows their shit. So I'm actually really looking forward to this one.
yeah. Mania looked a lot. Well, what is that? They're still calling it Sonic 2017. That other one, right? Is it just
Oh yeah,
Generations 2 or something?
it's they said it's not Generations, like it's not a sequel to Generations, despite looking extremely like a
Yeah,
Generations
isn't that
2.
the whole gimmick? Is like old fat Sonic comes with new Edge Sonic, and they Sonic
And they just Sonic.
Sonic all
No,
night.
it's apparently it's gonna be a bit different. Probably mechanically it's gonna be similar, but it doesn't seem to be like, hey, here's like old worlds you can go back again. Might be like a totally new thing. But yeah, I don't know. There's just very little info about this, and that's coming out next year too.
Yeah, apparently.
But yeah, if it's made in the same spirit, I'm kind of impatient because like the really like Generations.
Yeah, it was so weird that that stream was. Oh man, the camera. What was going on? The sound. It
That's
was
the
like
sound, the
they were all
buzzing,
over
the
the place.
camera,
They were
the awkward
stalling.
dancing.
Oh man,
My
someone
favorite
didn't poke holes in Sonic's costume.
my favorite part was when they started playing the trailer was playing for the stream, but not the people at the convention.
We got it before them, and they paid to be there. Yeah, that was a crazy. That was a.
It
It was
was
up
all
there.
kinds of amazing.
Yeah, it was up there in cringe. Did you play any video games this week?
Apart from Pokemon, Monster Hunter Generations a bit, Overwatch a bit. I've been starting playing against Dragon's Dogma. Uh, yeah, a bunch of different games, but nothing too in depth.
Well, how was that con you went to?
Oh, CoxCon?
Yeah.
Very fun actually. This is so a little thing because I was not mentioned last time, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. Went to a little con in the UK called CoxCon, and I never quite been to a con like this. So it's a con for Jesse Cox and friends. So mostly YouTubers from the like the co-optional podcast. So there was Total Biscuit and his wife Jenna Bain and a bunch of other YouTubers like the Completionists. And the good thing about these kinds of cons is they're very much smaller in scale, even though like there's still some very nice budget behind this, but it's like 13,000 people at most. And it's a really nice experience just because it's all a bunch of people who are here for one specific reason
Yeah.
or like one specific niche. So they're all super nice and it's all super sweet. It's just a bunch of panels one after the other. But no, I had a lot of fun. Met a bunch of new people, and I do like people would make fun of like, oh, you're going to a con for YouTubers, but if you're looking for something just to relax and meet people who are super nice, I would actually recommend going to these kinds of cons because they're really just nice, chill, relax, and you
Yeah.
don't feel super stressed like
To walk
PAX.
around.
Yeah,
I think the cool thing is that everyone's there. They're like minded. Like we're
Yeah.
all here for this. So no one's. Not only is it like no one's judging, but it's also like automatically we all have something in common.
Oh,
Whereas
and there was
like
something really cool too. Is that I played the Dark Souls board game, which was
Oh,
there. Yeah,
oh, that got backed. Oh yeah, it did, right?
yeah.
Like
I actually,
quickly, right?
yeah, I backed it over there actually because I forgot to back it while I was doing the
Yeah.
Kickstarter. So I did a late pledge. Actually, it's a super fun game. Like, really, really had fun. And it's surprising how close it feels to an actual Dark Souls game. And I'm going to talk about this actually. Basically, you play. I was playing two characters, and so I was playing against a boss from Dark Souls 3, the dancer of the Frigid Valley or the Boreal Valley.
Yeah.
And basically, you take turns between your characters and the boss character, and to doing attacks, and you have to really manage your stamina and your health.
My
So
God.
you don't. Yeah. So basically, if you use too many moves, and then the dancer attacks, and like if it does as much more damage than what your stamina can manage, you die straight up. So it's an entire game of managing your move, not overshooting not overextending. It's really, really similar to a Dark Souls boss fight because of that. Because if you make one move too many, that will cost you, you will just straight up die. One of your character will die at least. And yeah, you have character classes, so you have different abilities, you have different little, you have your equipment, and the boss has its own moves and how it moves around the playfield. It even has the heat up kind of moment, exactly like in the game, like when it gets at low health. And really, really good figurines as well. No, really, really fun game. Like that a lot.
If you die in the board game, you die in real life.
Yeah. I almost beat the boss and I got killed near the end. I got
box,
so frustrated.
The box comes with a guy who just when you're about to win, he just turns over the table and throws the whole board on the floor.
Just
fuck your shit.
It just smacks you.
Stabs you. Oh, that's cool. CoxCon, yeah. Speaking of cons, you ready for PAX?
Oh boy, am I.
We'll talk more about that later. Anyways, let's go to Varia. What have you been doing this past summer, this past 12 weeks?
Oh, sorry, I can't tell anymore. Like, between recording this podcast and actually listening to it. So I kind of spaced out there. I only heard board game and started doodling on MS Paint.
He fell asleep all the other episodes.
Okay. So what I've been doing this past couple of, I guess, weeks. I got back from Los Angeles. I was doing an internship or two there. And I got to see a bunch of they do E3 in Los Angeles. So I got to see a whole bunch of stuff being set up, and there's banners everywhere oh, it's LA, E3,
right.
Come here. There's Final Fantasy banners and stuff and posters all over the place. It was amazing. But in the past 2 weeks, I've been playing Fallout 4. It's a game that I bought for $20 a few weeks ago, and I just made my new rig this Monday, so I've been getting to play that. And this weekend, I'm looking forward to playing Lawbreakers, which is Cliff Bleszinski's arena shooter. Arena shooter.
Oh yeah.
It's his own take on, I guess, the whole hero arena shooter genre, I guess. But it's not like an Overwatch clone. He said it's a separate thing, since he has experience with that kind of
it's
arena
a
shooter
Battleborn
stuff.
Clone.
I hope not.
The gameplay looked really, really solid.
It does look nice, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Battleborn, though, the guy from the CEO of Take-Two was like, "We're not done with it yet." So it makes me feel like they're clinging on. They're desperate.
No, they won't let it die.
Yeah, and it makes me kind of nervous because I rather would have them have it die.
Focus on something else.
Yeah, focus on something else. What they want to do.
Take the loss. I
don't want them to do the whole evolve thing. Where a year later they're like, oh, it's free to play and everyone saw it coming, and suddenly they feel good about themselves. They should be focusing on doing cool stuff right from the bat.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I'm always in support of a dev supporting their game for a long ass time. That's great. However, nothing is going to bring it back the way that they want, other than maybe free to play and then getting people to pay for skins, or I don't know what they could do, but they'd have to kill Overwatch for and then give it away for free like that, in order to get
kill Jeff Kaplan.
In order to get the player base they're looking for. And, I mean, they get not even 1,000 players a day on Steam, I think. I don't see where they're gonna. I don't know, but yeah, they said they're committed, so that's cool. But about your whole summer over there, I was gonna ask you. I long time ago, you went to go see those Overwatch statues, those huge toys.
Oh yeah,
You
just
saw
one
Tracer.
because they had
You
one
saw-
in each. Yeah, I saw the
Yeah,
huge Tracer. She was amazing.
that's really
I
cool.
saw the video how they made them, and it's just a really nice, long, creative process that makes me like want to do sculpting, but I can't do that. I'm not that good. But the sculpture itself, it was like a life-size toy,
Yeah, in
or
a
even bigger
box.
than that. Yeah, it was huge. Like the pictures didn't do it justice. It was actually Hollywood Highland, which is like a mall, and it's this really big outdoor mall thing. Because I'm
Uh,
not sure what to call it, since like the middle of the mall is like literally like outside, and it's just like a huge, I guess, donut in a way.
yeah,
Since
yeah, yeah.
there's a fountain in the middle,
It's like a mall
and
that's a theme park.
sort not really a theme park, but it's an attraction.
Yeah.
And basically this giant action figure was like, I guess got to like, I don't know, went to the top of the subway entrance, which is pretty high in itself. I used to go there every day, and like they had to have a huge entrance for the subway station because like a bunch of people go there every day, and it was basically blocking that part of the subway station, and like people were just crowding around it. Like, look, people who didn't even know who Tracer or Overwatch was, they were just taking pictures, and it was really cool. I think it was honestly a really great way to like market the game because no
Yeah.
one knows what the hell this is, and suddenly you have a bunch of people taking pictures of it and posting it on Twitter and stuff. And the game kind of blew up after that too.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I really hope the game takes off. Oh wait, it fucking exploded everywhere. Yeah, well that's cool. Would you do it again? Your internship thing?
Do what?
Was it
Oh
was it
yeah, I
fun?
actually want to stay out in Los Angeles. It was funny on my way back when the plane was landing on in Philly. I saw how gray everything was. Like literally, like everything on the East Coast is really gray, and I never noticed.
So
You ever
dirty.
see those Claritin Clear commercials? Landing in
Yeah.
Los Angeles was exactly like that.
The sun
Oh,
just
I can
opens
see
and
now. Some Claritin Clear.
grass is green.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not someone who likes heat. I really
Yeah.
like the cold and everything, but like I'd give up my winters and comfy autumns for a nice small apartment in Los Angeles. I'd really like it.
Insane. I'd leave Texas in a heartbeat for an always snowy winter. But that's cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And now you're back, and now you're here forever.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
No,
now-
I hope not.
so you said you're playing. Oh, you're playing Fallout 4, right?
Oh yeah,
That's cool. You got it on PC?
yeah. I'm
So I bought
launching
it-
it through Steam and
I
stuff.
bought it on PC when it launched for like $30 or something, and then my computer couldn't run it. So my friend bought it for me for Christmas on Xbox. So that's where I had been playing it. I still didn't even beat it, man. I was just like, it's too much to do, too big of a game, and the dialogues they left a lot to be desired. So
It kind of fizzled away, Fallout
Yeah.
4, compared
Yeah.
to every other Bethesda game.
I think
Yeah,
mods
I'm
aren't
not-
even out on PS4 yet or something like that. They just said like, oh, they're
Yeah,
coming.
I've been seeing that they're on Xbox, but I haven't seen anything
Yeah.
because I don't play it on PlayStation. But the game for me, I'm not sure. Maybe it's because I got burned out on New Vegas, and that's the only other Fallout I've played. I own the first two, Fallout 1 and 2, and I think Tactics, but I've never like actually played them other than New Vegas. The thing with New Vegas was like I got really into like being a cowboy and stuff like that, and I kind of wanted to redo the whole thing with Fallout 4, but then
Yeah.
I realized, wow, you're in Boston. Never mind.
You're just
Or
a dude.
what was it? Is it Boston? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
Yeah,
Boston.
it's Boston.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for like gear that like resembles a cowboy thing, like trying to get a cowboy look going on.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like that. And
Gear is
there's a
probably the
certain-
worst part about that game.
Yeah, there's a
Fallout
certain
4.
point in the game where like you get an actual good, competent revolver,
Yeah.
and it turns out I only got like 30 ammo for that, so I can't use it for the entire game. And there's no like cowboy armor or cowboy clothes or whatever, so I have to like look like a dirty old raider, and I have to like wear belts and shit like I'm in Final Fantasy. So it doesn't, I mean, but other than that, the game is all right. It's definitely really different than New Vegas or I guess Fallout 3 because I know Moose likes Fallout 3. He's
Yeah, it's
talked
much
about
closer
it.
to Skyrim. Like it's a lot closer to Skyrim than it is to any
Well, I
Fallout
never
game.
played Skyrim, so I can only
Oh
assume
yeah.
that's a bad thing.
Well,
um,
people didn't
Well,
like a lot of people didn't like Skyrim because of that kind of, I guess, deviation from the other Elder Scrolls games. But yeah,
but
they basically
like
put that skin on it.
like you said, like the game's all right because it also all falls into the like the Bethesda mold where it's less about story now. It's less about the actual world or the story or building an interesting adventure, and more about here's a sandbox.
Yeah, open world sandbox.
We're gonna give you more tools for the sandbox, but we're not necessarily gonna push anything for like. That's why they simplified the dialogue system, or where it's like access to all these different. In Skyrim, it was the guilds, and in
Yep.
Fallout, it's gonna be all the clans, stuff like that. The access to them is so extremely simplified and expeditive that it's just there for like the sandbox aspect, but not really for the storytelling aspect.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Which has
noticed
always
that.
been my biggest gripe in like all of latest Bethesda games.
Yeah, and I noticed that when I was doing this one quest, I got like a radio signal for to help this guy with military support or whatever. And I got to this police station, and there's like this Brotherhood of Steel dude there. He's
Yeah.
shooting a whole bunch of ghouls, and then I just help him out. And then later on, I do a mission with him, and then there's like it's just like two missions, like between two missions, and it's like,
And
hey,
you're
kid,
in.
you want to join the Brotherhood of
Yeah.
Steel?
Yeah.
Wow, that was fast. And like you don't really need to build, I guess, your reputation to like be a part of that. You just need to like be like, yeah, I want to join, and like you said, it's pretty quick to join now. And I assume it's the same thing with the other clans that are out there. Like there's the Minutemen and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume it's like the same thing with them, just like a few missions and hey, you're in. And I don't know, I just feel like that I kind of like building my reputation like in New Vegas, but the thing with New Vegas was like the relationships there were just pretty one-sided where I mean, there were only a few that actually benefited and changed the game. Like I heard that I never did a run where you like actually where I actually like sided with what they call him Kaiser, but I swear it's spelled Caesar or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The game
his
geezer?
clan. Yeah.
Geezers.
The guys are
They
card
joining them won't like it doesn't benefit you at all. It's just like like a name tag or whatever
Yeah.
that you wear,
Mhm.
but there aren't actually like a lot of good perks that come along with being associated with them and other like as you would with the NCR. That you have a whole bunch of like side missions and quests and all of this lore, and then you get to like change the ending of the story by joining them. And I don't know. I kind of wish like there was more of like building towards those endings, not like simply like saying, "Hey, I'm in," and then like I guess you
Yep.
get
It's like
different
it's very
kind
it's
of
very
attacks.
streamlined, and it's kind of it was really annoying and super like underwhelming. Like like you just okay, I'm in like two fetch quests, and I'm in, and then I don't ever have to really deal with you anymore. I can just continue the story and whatever. Like
Well,
I got another armor from you, thanks. Brotherhood of Steel, and I'm out.
there's one thing that kind of annoys me, and like you mentioned Fallout 1 and 2, and it seems after that, or like when they started doing Oblivion, like that was the moment when they started doing the world became less about the world itself and more of a formula. Because the thing is, like in Fallout 1 and 2, Fallout 2 was a direct continuation of Fallout 1. Because in Fallout 1, yeah, you had like the bottle caps as money, and you didn't have any cars and stuff like that. But in Fallout 2, you were in a straight continuation, and then you had cars, and you had roads again, and you had actual money, because the world has evolved. And there was an actual story that went on after Fallout 1. But then you go back to Fallout 3, and we're back to the bottle caps. We're back
Yep.
to having freaking nothing. And Fallout 4 again, and again also always exactly the same factions, always exactly the same type of people. And despite being completely different stories, and this is kind of one of the things that annoy me, is like it's more about the formula, it's more about recognizable brands than actually exploring the world more. Like, okay, how would it be in that part of the world? It would probably be a bit different, or how could we evolve this into a more interesting way? It's like, no, let's just do the same thing again. And you start the game, and immediately you have, I think it was Minutemen, like the very first people you meet in
Oh yeah,
Fallout 4,
right away.
straight
Another
up.
thing.
And the first thing they tell you is like, oh, well, will you follow us and like go save the world? And you don't
No,
basically
yeah, it's
have
not
a
even
choice.
follow us. It's like, we need a new leader. Will you be the leader? Like, literally, he
Like-
tells you, like,
You just some random guy, he just popped up and like, yeah, you seem trustworthy.
yeah. You helped us in one firefight, so I need
Like,
you to go recruit for us.
Next game is just gonna be straight up the Brotherhood of Steel comes up to you, is like, here's some armor.
Yeah.
You're
No,
the
the game
boss now.
starts like you know how you start like early on, like before the war or whatever.
Oh yeah, back
Like,
in the before the
Yeah,
bombs.
it's gonna be present time. Like Brotherhood of Steel knocks on your door. Hey, want to join? And like they're not even like made yet.
Hey kid, want to join?
You get a pamphlet.
Have you heard the word
So-
of Brotherhood of Steel?
So- what? The bombs haven't dropped yet? No, but like, really,
Just in case, because
we
it
got all
might
this cool
happen.
armor. Like,
But
yeah,
it-
like we don't know what to do with it yet, but here's all we have.
Please look at this pamphlet and pick your fucking shit,
Mr.
so we know what to
President.
give you. Well, yeah, Fallout. Oof. I should probably go and revisit that on Xbox, or try to at least finish the main story. I lost interest really quick. Just fell off one day. I was like, I'm done with that. I don't want to
But-
do it anymore.
But I mean, this is why I like New Vegas so much as well, because it starts in a completely different way.
Oh yeah. Who did that? Who did New Vegas?
Obsidian.
Obsidian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to give them another Fallout
Like-
game.
Hey, look, Fallout's good when you give it to actual writers.
Yeah, before you go to Fallout 5, do another
Just
Obsidian
give,
game.
just give all your licenses to Obsidian.
Yeah, that'd be
I will
nice.
say though, I like the companions in 4. They seem actually really helpful and useful.
The dog
And-
too. I've only
yeah.
had the dog.
I got Piper, and she's amazing. I like Piper a lot. She's like a news reporter from Diamond City, and basically what she did today, I was playing this morning. I was playing, and like we were raiding this one weird hospital thing, and I'm like running out of ammo or whatnot, and this may just be like a fluke or whatever. But what happened was, I shot someone, some guy flinched and died, and Piper runs straight up to the guy and like pistol whips him and picks up the minigun and starts like shooting shit all over the place
Dang.
and basically clears the room for me.
Too bad you're back. That's good AI.
Shout outs to Piper. I love you.
Shout out to Piper, the robot. Well, for my week, 2 weeks, I've been playing Overwatch. What did I play? Oh, I played Tomb Raider. I beat it, finally. 2013 one. The reboot.
Oh, yeah, the first reboot.
Yeah, the first reboot. In preparation for, I wanted to buy Rise of the Tomb Raider on PS4, and I was like, oh yeah, it's coming out. I never even beat the first one.
Is
and-
that out now? Or
No,
is it still,
I thought it
like,
was coming
okay.
out in August, and it's October.
Jeez, taking
So,
that time.
yeah, it was an exclusive on Xbox One for a year, and now it's coming to PS4 in October, but it's coming with a lot of fancy new things, which is like all DLC included, a bunch of new skins. If you have PSVR, it's like there's a whole experience where you can explore the Croft Manor, and like there's a whole side part. There's a new story.
Is the old guy still in the Croft Manor?
I think
'Cause
that's what they're gonna do.
scariest
Is you can
fucking thing.
I
compared
loved
to-
that. I think I never realized how many people love doing that. Was like locking the butler in the freezer and then, like
Yeah.
hearing him like and then opening it and he was gone.
He was one of the scariest thing of my childhood,
He
like
was
playing
creepy as
video
fuck.
games.
Yeah. Do you remember like in the back of the mansion you would do like these trials in
Yeah.
that Tomb Raider? Yeah. Man, all that stuff's coming back to me. Anyways, yeah. So I went through that. I went through that Tomb Raider. I beat it, and I was like, okay, all right. It was decent. It looked great. I do like the new Laura. Like, you know, her new design and stuff. She's a little too whiny, but I guess she's supposed to be like a young. This was like her, you know, what do you call it? Like an origin story? So like she'd never done any of this shit before. But yeah, so that was cool. Finished that. Ready for the Rise of the Tomb Raider. Gonna get it on PS4, October 11th, I think. So that'll be cool. I think Various said he'd pick it up with me because there's also gonna be a co-op mode,
Yeah,
and it looks really pretty cool. It's like procedurally generated, which I know kind of sucks, but for that, I think it looks cool.
Okay.
Animals and shit,
I
caves,
didn't even hear about this.
tombs to raid.
Like the one thing because the first reboot it was like gonna end because it just tried to kind of do Uncharted with Lara
with Lara
Croft.
Croft.
Rise of the Tomb Raider though, like I remember like the very first footage they shown is like, okay, here's some tombs, here's some puzzles, here's some actual cool shit and like stuff you have to solve. Like, hey, that looks actually pretty damn cool and like a little less like Uncharted, more like an actual Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I'll say the tombs were extremely easy in Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
There was maybe about 10 of them, but none of them were like a challenge. I remember playing Tomb Raider fucking 3 and like, having to search for how the fuck to solve shit right out the bat. But yeah, no, it was all right. Very much Uncharted, but I guess Uncharted kind of took from Tomb Raider a little bit before. But I still haven't played any Uncharted, so I don't know exactly how that holds up or compares. What else did I play? A bunch of Overwatch because they just are having their Summer Games Spectacular Extravaganza Bonanza, whatever it's called, which is basically the Olympics, but they can't say it's the Olympics because I guess that's trademarked, so they just call it Summer Games 2016. And they added a whole bunch of skins to Overwatch, and they added some sprays and stuff like that, and stuff you can get in loot boxes. So I've been playing that.
Mercy's the best skin.
Oh yeah, that Mercy skin.
I got
is pretty
that
good.
yesterday.
What you got?
So I got it. Oh yeah.
Guess what I got today?
Looks
I
so
got
nice.
the Widowmaker skin, the Olympic one.
Oh,
It's all right. It's a nice color.
it's okay. It's
I got the stupid Tracer skin, which I didn't want at all. God.
I
wouldn't
have
mind
every
the Lucia
skin
skin.
except the Torbjorn one and the alternate for Tracer, the one that has like Gibraltar initials on it, and what's the other one? What's her name? The Zarya one that's red and has like Russian.
Oh yeah,
Those are the only ones I'm missing.
I actually don't mind that skin for Zarya. I don't like any of the other Zarya skins though, ever at all. Any of them, they're all trash. Yeah. So that's what I've been playing. Just that in I think that's that in Overwatch. All I can think of right now. So that's our weeks, guys. Let's take a break right here, and then we're gonna come back and talk about some comfy video game news. Oh my god! Again, I just realized I never said we were a video game podcast. Well, whatever. Fuck it. All right, we'll be right back. Hello, we're back. Oh, that was a long break. It's been 3 days. We're back to talk about super delayed NX news. By the way, I didn't mention that. It's funny, when we're talking about Sonic, they actually made a logo for the game, because at the end it says "Come into NX" at the end of the Sonic trailer, and it's like they had to make that up. Like Sega had to make it up. That's how fucked up Nintendo games are. They're like, please put our game on your console. Tell us what it is. And it's been so long that they're like, well, fuck, we're just gonna say NX. Like, we're gonna write NX on there.
Just coming out in March, people. Remember.
Coming out to what? We don't. It could be a fucking toaster, but I guarantee you, we're putting Sonic on that goddamn console.
Okay. But we do have more details, thanks to Eurogamer.
Rumors. Let's just say that. But yeah, very trusted source apparently. So.
Yeah, it's rumors, but it's pretty much
for Eurogamer to
confirmed.
Publish it.
It's pretty much confirmed, and there's not like a bunch of correlating news that say about the same thing, but we pretty much know that NX full on is going to be a hybrid. It's going to be a portable console. It's supposedly going to have. Yeah, it's going to have detachable controllers, so it's going to be some kind of weird, like, portable / tablet thing, which will likely... I really am curious of the quality of the detachable controllers.
Oh, man. Because, if it's just like a plastic, cheap Wii U pad with two things that plug into the side, like, no, drop. Yeah, if it's, like, super sleek, that'd be real cool, but I don't know.
There's some mock-ups, and, like, I'm really not convinced.
You gotta not look at those Neil Gaff mock-ups, dude. I was looking at a whole album full of them, and I was like,
there what? There are some amazing ones.
Please never do this.
Wait, so is it a portable?
Well, it's like a hybrid.
Yeah, but it's mostly portable. It's
So
like
like a NVIDIA Shield.
Yeah, basically.
Basically.
And
What?
actually, the NVIDIA Shield runs on a chip that they're saying this will be very similar to, which was the Tegra. But it might be like an upgraded version,
Yeah.
apparently.
it's not gonna be that more powerful
Yeah.
than the Wii U. That's the
Exactly.
thing. And so like don't expect something like even so it's barely gonna be as powerful as the PS4, like a current PS4. The stock Tegra and X, like it's like Tegra X1.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere between the Wii U and the Xbox One, but portable. So it's going to be a slightly more powerful Wii U, but not by much. And it's going to. Oh, the most important thing I saw is that it's going to run on cartridges. So we're back to cartridge format.
Oh
on
yeah, I
the
read
Yes.
about
console.
that. 32
Yes.
gigabyte cartridges.
Yeah,
Now
So-
it's funny because I see when they say cartridge and stuff, I imagine like, oh, what the fuck are they doing? What kind of like Super Nintendo cartridges? But then I think, oh wait, the 3DS is cartridges.
Fucking
Like,
Yeah, like those are cartridges, but I
Can
totally
you-
blank. Probably
Can
because
you
I
imagine
downloaded
like
most
an
of my games.
N64 type cartridge? in that
Just a,
thing.
just a fat cartridge just
That
going
would be
and taking.
amazing, though.
I know.
And the other thing is like pretty much no like backwards compatibility at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer because it's the first Nintendo console in a very long time to not have it, even though it's understandable due to the specs. But so if you don't have a Wii U and want to play Wii U games, now's the time
Yeah.
because
Well,
it's gonna
again,
go.
Who knows? This might be fake. Probably not. But
And
You-
it might be
we'll
like
wait and see.
some incomplete information. I
maybe
would
there's
say.
something there they're gonna change.
Are you sweating? It might not be true.
He's sweating bullets right now.
it'll be alright.
He's an investor. He
I'm
invested
hiding
so
my.
much money.
I have a Nintendo shirt.
It's
I'm like
like a-
slowly taking it off while I'm talking.
Nintendo stocks going down.
I'm selling my stocks on. Hold on, let me just. It might be okay. No, they have Pokemon Go, don't they? Like everyone else that assume they own Pokemon Go.
So all the stocks on Pokemon Go, how they went up and down in
Oh
the
man,
space of
what a
few
roller
days.
coaster! Yeah.
But yeah, also for the NX, we got some other news that we should expect a Mario game and a Pokemon game on
And obviously
the NX.
the Zelda.
And, yeah, the Zelda is of course like on launch, but a Mario game and a Pokemon game on the NX. So the Pokemon game is the most interesting one. So
Yeah,
this
what do you
is
think
like,
that'll be? Snap.
Like some people say, oh, it's going to be like the third version of Sun and Moon.
I think
or
it'll
like-
relate to Pokemon Go.
But
If it's
do you
handheld-
think that?
If it's handheld,
Take it out.
maybe.
maybe they'll give you a data plan.
Yeah.
That would fucking suck.
Oh, boy.
I just realized how shitty that would be.
maybe you play it out in the wild and like it tracks your steps. Like if you're actually walking or something playing, and then like you come back, plug it into the dock, and it like updates something. You know, a Pokemon game. I don't know. It could be cool, but
could be, but yeah, it's very, 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 very nice. At least to hope that now they're all going to streamline to one console, like basically the NX.
yeah, that's
It's-
actually the best part about it. Or the only.
Yeah.
like the silver lining is that they don't have to divide their shit up between like you're
Yeah.
working on a Wii U version or a Wii U this game, and you're working on a 3DS game. Like
Everyone can work on one thing and then it runs on everything.
Because pretty much what it is, like, it confirms, okay, third-party support is going to be absolute shit.
Oh,
on
yeah,
that
no.
console. Like, if you thought the Wii U didn't have much, don't expect much on the NX.
Yep.
It's going to have, like, the mandatory Ubisoft game, like, every time. But, yeah, at least now they're going to be able to funnel all their first-party effort into one console. And if you think about it, like, because between the Wii U and the 3DS, they have a good, steady first party catalog. You just said, yeah, they had to divide it between two different consoles with two very different type of architecture.
Yeah, it's
So
very
like-
much.
like if you took the library, if everything you have on 3DS and it could play on your Wii U, you'd be like, we use the best fucking machine like ever.
You know, but
Like,
since you can't,
yeah.
obviously.
It would absolutely trump like
Oh,
any
yeah.
other console. But yeah, so yeah, I'm still interested in seeing how
Silver
it's gonna
lining,
go.
hopefully, but man, who
Yeah.
knows? I think they said
But-
September is most likely the date we're gonna actually get a reveal.
Reveal.
Eh. So what is that? TG? No, what is that? Gamescom? What is Gamescom?
Well, Gamescom, no, Gamescom's this month, so it's might
Oh,
be
never mind.
TGS. TGS is the big one, or the Paris Games Week, if they even gonna do, or they're just gonna do a direct.
Or direct. Yeah.
The last comment I was like kind of more doubtful about. NX is aimed at upgrading smartphone gamers, and I'm just like, no.
I don't. Oh man. I mean, God.
Don't even try. It's not gonna work. People who play on smartphones are not gonna upgrade to an
Of
NX.
course not. Why? I mean, what are you gonna offer a phone plan with it, like through AT&T only or some shit? Like you're gonna just exclude a bunch of people, and no, it's not.
Just like
I would
the
hope
Vita.
not.
Look how it
Yeah.
turned out for them.
Yeah.
Dead console.
So, I don't know. God, I'm crossing my fingers and I'm praying that it's just something that, even if it's this, the leaks and stuff are right, which, okay, they're innovative, that's Nintendo. Just do it right. You know, if it's just portable gaming, where a whole new, brand new library, the way we're rebooting, because new 3DS didn't take off, this is your new handheld, but you can come in and plug it in here and play all those games on your TV and or your monitors or whatever, and it looks fucking amazing. That'd be perfect. That's all we need. Stop there. Stop there. You know,
is NX a initials for new XDS?
New X.
As long as it's not new in the fucking name, I hope the name of that console is going to be better than fucking.
Oh man, the new 3DS. What games were exclusive to it?
Xenoblade.
That's it.
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
And I mean, there's not much. But you could say that Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, that's
was
right,
not
right.
exclusive, but
it was just like better,
so much better on the 3DS.
Well, yeah, quote unquote better.
Or even Smash Brothers, like because Smash Brothers on the regular 3DS, the loading times were already pretty damn long.
Man, oh god, yeah, I don't want them to be. If the screen is the size of my phone, I probably will not be into it.
Yeah, I'm really like. There's a bunch of news right now, so at least we now have a better idea of what it's going to be. So right now, just want to see the actual machine to see, okay, how does it run? My biggest thing is like, okay, how's your OS? How's your internet? Like, how are you going to manage this time internet stores? Because I got my new 3DS recently to play Pokemon and play Monster Hunter, and oh my god, I forgot how abhorrent the online store for Nintendo still is.
Oh yeah. And not to mention, like, your whole library and, like, everything you own, like, your profile, all that shit is just so I think I have, like, 3 accounts on Nintendo somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, through my Wii U, my 3DS, and I guess
like,
old Wii account. I don't know how the fuck it happened.
I wanted to try, I've been using the Pokemon Bank, because that's one of my thing is, like, I want to, play the older games so I can transfer all my teams forwards to the newest Pokemon game.
Yeah.
That program is so archaic already. For example, I wanted to transfer from my Pokemon Black save to Pokemon Y. So Pokemon Bank comes with an extra program called, I think, Pokemon Transfer. Because you can't transfer your thing from Black into Pokemon Bank. You have to go into Pokemon Transfer and you have to put your Pokemon Black cartridge in it. So you can go, while you're in Pokemon Transfer, so you can take the Pokemon from Pokemon Black, and that's going to put it in the Pokemon Bank.
I'm literally getting a headache just listening to you explain how this shit
When you're in
works.
the Pokemon Bank, then you have to put your Pokemon Y or X
Why?
cartridge in it, because it can only work if you have that cartridge in. And so you can take the Pokemon Black Pokemon back into your bank and put it into Pokemon Y account. Also,
So
you
convoluted.
Yeah, and you cannot transfer more than once at a time. So, like, if you forgot, I want to transfer more Pokemon from Black, no, you have to finish your first transfer first before doing it again. And, of course, you have to switch cartridge every time you do so.
Christ.
So, oh boy.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
But speaking of Pokemon, let's
put NX aside until we know more about it, I guess, obviously, but man.
We got a whole bunch of news for Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Too much news.
Basically everything, every major feature, I think, at this point. We got a 6-minute trailer is basically on for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Shows a bunch of stuff. My favorite is the special Alola forms.
Yeah, those are pretty sweet, actually.
Which gives existing Pokemon, but none can beat the Palm Tree Executor.
That giraffe of a fucking Pokemon.
Alola. Just been making rounds.
Executor.
Man, he's been every single meme I have on Twitter for the past like 4 days. I've seen his fucking Executor.
I just see people on Twitter whose avatar is just like the neck, and just that makes me laugh because it's just enough.
Yeah, a lot of people were freaked out about it. They were like, "What the fuck is this, Game Freak? What are you doing?" I like it because I prefer this to them making, oh look, here's a whole new tree that's basically another palm tree.
Mhm.
We'd have 2 palm tree Pokemons. That would be ridiculous if we were to have that. So
Yeah.
this is just like another form where he grew because it's an island. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Also, not
Also,
to mention that they like there's a thing that's from the trading card game from like 1991 or something that actually shows him in this form. So that's
really?
pretty crazy. Yeah, like it
Oh
was like
shit,
a
I forgot about
The
this.
trading card, like the second set in Japan, like the actual box has like a couple Pokemon hanging off of one that's already in this form. So it's like they had already designed him, and they decided, oh, we have that, like that form we've already kind of used or art for that. Let's just, he will be the palm tree because we need palm trees. Obviously, they're islands. You know, it's supposed to be like Hawaii or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. I like it. I don't like his typing though. He's a dragon
It
type.
was-
And that's
yeah, he's
fucking
a dragon
ridiculous
type
to me.
now.
Charizard is not a dragon. Executor
This
is a
thing is,
dragon. What?
Giraffe Executor is a dragon, and you can
They just
accept
kept him.
this.
They should just kept him the same and just made him long neck. That's it.
The other main thing is that it seems that gyms are completely out of the picture. Now it seems to be like these trials,
Yeah,
which also look cool, and I'm actually really liking the direction of Sun and Moon. Since to be okay, now we're gonna bring in completely new stuff. It's not gonna be the same formula once more.
yeah, they're changing shit up.
Yeah, but like there's also these new super moves like the Z moves, which
Oh man, I saw those Z moves. They're
Those-
amazing.
those Z moves.
It's like something from JoJo or something.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pikachu charging up like these completely over the top. I don't know if I like them because I've already had my reservations like on Mega Evolutions, and this is 10 steps more into that direction of crazy over the top. Let's make Pokemon like Digimon, or like let's make Pokemon like the biggest shonen stuff you've ever seen. But so I hope it doesn't like completely fucks up the balance when I try to get into competitive, because also there's hyper training now, so I can finally fucking train my IVs and EVs.
Yeah, they know what people really
Yeah.
needed. I still am into those battles. What is it called? Like the 4-person battles or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that looks really fun.
4-way battle. And the last thing I really liked. So you remember these cool designs for the trio of starters, like
Yes.
Rowlet becomes this archer thing, Popplio becomes kind of a siren, and Litten becomes this kind of huge JoJo stand fire tiger.
I remember seeing those, but really quick before you get there, I want to say rest in peace, the clown Popplio evolution. That scary ass clown. That thing was cool.
But yeah, I guess we'll never see him.
Still, where were you when Popplio won?
Yeah, all of a sudden I want to pick Popplio because I guess there was a leak of
So
these
basically,
designs.
yeah, these designs seems to be all but confirmed as the actual designs, and I'm super happy because that Rowlet looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Like, but probably one of my favorite starters since Gen 2, honestly, if that's the design. It just looks super cool.
With that arrow and shit.
I
It's,
just like
so
with
cool.
when he gets angry, like he closes his like hoodie,
Yeah.
because this is just like me. This is what I do when I get like upset on podcast.
You should make a fan art of like him, whatever his name will be, and like Hanzo back to back or something. Put that on your Patreon.
Yeah, I really like the if those are true, which the leak had one of the girls drawn in there that actually was already confirmed. So I guess it basically confirms that those are the final evolutions. I do like the Poplar evolution. Someone was saying like maybe there's like, oh, if it's a female it'll be that, and if it's a male it'll be another
male
thing.
version would be
Yeah.
like the crazy clown thing.
Yeah, so that would be, man, holding on hope, but oh well. I'm super disappointed in Litten though. I do not like his Evo. I don't like it at all.
It's like kind of
Clinton looks like Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, Tony the Tiger. It's just
on steroids.
I was dead set on going with Litten because I was like, Rowlet's cool, but everyone's gonna pick him. I fucking hate Poplio. Litten's the perfect medium, and now I'm like, nope, fuck Litten. I'll probably just go Poplio.
Or
So
you
I
could
don't
just
know.
pull an Ash and never evolve him.
Can I just get Pikachu? Yeah. By the way, there was also some new Pokemon announced which we haven't talked about. I'm not gonna like name them all, but there is one called Comfey, so I thought that was relevant.
That's
She's
our
like a
Pokemon.
yeah, she's like a lay Pokemon.
How do you spell that?
Comfey.
Dompe?
Comfey.
Comfey. I'm assuming it's pronounced Comfey, like
Yeah.
lay, but Comfey. I don't know. She's a Flower Veil. She's a fairy
I
type
see.
though.
It looks
Okay.
just like
That's
grass
nice.
though, but it's another fairy
No,
that
it's
looks like grass.
like a those Hawaiian necklaces they give
Yeah,
to
lei.
tourists.
Mhm.
Yeah, lay.
Now we're gonna require everyone in Dub Track to get that Pokemon and your team.
I know who I'm
Need
cosplaying
at
as at
least
PAX.
one Comfey.
If you
How-
don't have your Comfey, get the fuck out of here.
You're fucking
Hey.
banned. Well, that's Pokemon. Woo, man, a lot of news, and there's a lot of other Pokemon leaks, so I'm sure
People know about that anyways, but
Also, Pokemon Go sucks now.
Oh,
Please.
everyone's so mad at it. I stopped kind of giving a shit. I'm at level 11, but
I'm level 18. I've played quite a bit.
when I get on this like itch to do it, and like I go buy Pokestops and stuff, I'm like, cool, I'm getting shit, I'm leveling up, and then I'm like, I run out of Pokeballs, and I don't want to go anywhere. I'm like, man, fuck this game. Like, how dare you make me leave my house to do shit? But yeah, it's
I'm
weird.
giving them basically 1 month, like until the end of or at least until the end of summer,
Yeah.
to see like how far this game will go, if they're gonna fix anything. Because right now, without the tracker, with like the bug which increases difficulty to actually
catch,
capture,
yeah.
even if like a fucking PG, it's just like not fun. Like it's pure RNG at this point. Even if I go to the places where like Pokestops are completely geared up, it's just like I get always the same shit, and I'm not having fun, and just, oh, maybe I'll get lucky and get something rare this time, even though like I have no control over this.
Yep. It really takes you out of it. I wasted like 23 Pokeballs on a fucking pincer the other day when I was at the bank. I was like, this is bullshit. Yeah, I just realized it was super smart of them to release Pokemon Go in the summer. All the kids off from school and shit.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, the real test will be: will it survive the winter
Yeah, when everyone doesn't want to go outside and walk.
when it's cold and like,
Yeah.
there's nobody outside to lure up all the spots? I mean, some places will definitely like still be alive. Like fucking New York is cheating all the time.
Oh yeah, fucking
I've seen maps of New York with just
San
everything is
Francisco.
geared up.
dude. Even Seattle, I think Swift was saying there's
Yeah,
Pokestops
but,
all
like,
downtown, like in a line.
My city, like every place in Switzerland, is just gonna die.
Frozen over. Yeah, man. I don't know. Pokemon Go. That's enough Pokemon talk. Varia, what do you want to talk about?
Cool. I got like 4 things I want to talk about.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
boy.
we're out of time. No, what do you want?
Let's pick one.
Let's pick one and just
No,
mention
2
it.
of them are just like release dates that I want to
Okay.
remind people of. Uno's releasing August 9th.
Oh shit!
Yep, so get Uno on Xbox One, PS4, and
Oh
PC.
shit! It's coming back. Is the
It's-
camera gonna still be active? Will I be able to sext people?
I'm not sure. Maybe, probably, most likely, yes.
the good old
the
days
other-
of Uno.
The other release is the new Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. That's coming out
Oh, right.
August 23rd, I think, and I'm really excited for that because
That's
I
my mom's
love
birthday.
Deus Ex.
Happy birthday,
Oh,
mom.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Geez, I'm not sure. Both of these are really important.
No,
Okay,
good.
I'll just glide through the first one.
No. I
Uh,
didn't say. I wasn't trying to cut you off. I said that's my mom's birthday.
45 minutes. And
No, I said happy
45
birthday, mom.
minutes.
That's my mom's birthday. No, you go ahead. What else do you have to talk about?
Well, the co-founder of Platinum Games was talking about.
Oh.
Well, in an interview, he mentioned something about Vanquish for
Vanquish on
PC. Like,
PC.
please, if you stop this recording, maybe I can talk or something like that. And this is really huge news
Oh,
for the 2
shit.
people that played that game, CD and I. And I don't know, that's just really awesome. I hope it gets on
Oh, I have
PC eventually.
Vanquish. I got super excited when I heard about this.
It's like my favorite 5-hour game. It's amazing. And the other thing that I learned was the director that did Rival Schools wants to do like a third game, like a follow-up game that like kind of like you know how Japanese schools are like with their 3 years, and I guess most of other countries have like those 3 year high school things.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to do one like a third game for like that last year that the protagonists were supposed to do. And Rival Schools was basically this 3D fighting game. It's like really early 3D. Back when like, you know, everyone was like boxes, polygons and stuff. It's this fighting game like about the kids from different schools, these groups would like fight like other students from other schools to find out who's been behind kidnappings and attacks on their own students and staff from their school, to find out like who's really behind all these attacks. And it's just basically like this really old, I guess, game that a lot of people like liked back then, but like they don't remember. A lot of new people, like younger people, don't remember that being like a really awesome game. And basically, this guy, what's his name, Itsuno Hideaki, he's been like wanting to get support for this game on Twitter. You could follow him at TomQE, and then you just put hashtag Rival Schools 3. And he thinks like if it gets enough support, then maybe like the game could like, you know, be at least talked about at Capcom and stuff like that. It's just a really good game. Like I don't think a lot of people know about, and I think it's just awesome in general because it's just a bunch of high schoolers fighting each other.
Seems like a cool
why
premise. Not? And this would be the third one.
Yeah, it would be the third one. I mean, it would be like
Schools.
Third one in a really long time, like since the 90s and stuff.
That's what's hot right now, man. Bringing back those old games and giving it a reboot. Or taking basically the same game and then like, oh, it's not that, but it basically is spiritual successor to that. But yeah, that sounds cool. Everybody go check out that Twitter. Was that all you had extra to talk about? You wanted to mention and plug real quick?
No, because fuck them. I'm kidding.
Fuck them.
You heard it here first.
Let's rifle through some news. That's
it for news. From me, at least. I'm not sure if you guys have anything else you want to talk about.
Sean Bean will be the voice of Civ 6 Tech Tree. So,
I read that. I'm excited.
Who's hype? Maybe
Not
he'll
me,
die.
But I'm excited.
He dies and everything.
What? I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Sean Bean?
The voice for Civ.
Civ 6 Tech Tree quotes will be voiced by Sean Bean. Game of Thrones. Sean Bean.
Oh.
Ned Stark.
No, I know who Sean Bean is, but I don't know who he's voicing.
Oh, it's just the Tech Tree quotes, the reading.
When you narrate
stuff.
Like
in Civilization.
Oh, in Civ 6, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna rifle through news. Just
is this
whatever
another
we
Final
can.
Fantasy character?
Sean Bean.
No, I mean Civ 6.
King's Glut.
Is this like Red 13's cousin?
That's a good tweet. Let me steal that real quick. Let me just fucking no. Any more news?
In front of mine. Yeah,
you're in charge of news.
No Man's Sky is coming out.
Ew.
Holy shit!
Can you believe this?
Man, I can't believe it.
It's coming out pretty soon. It's been slightly delayed on PC, but it is, after all these years, it's the next big hype machine.
Sadly, it's doomed.
And still to this day, I don't know if I want to play it or not.
It's fucking doomed. The game is doomed.
I'm not looking forward to the game, but I hope they do well because they seem like really nice people.
They seem super genuine, super cool, and I love the idea of the game. I don't think it should be $60 for what I've seen of it. I didn't spoil it for myself, but I think the game is just fucking doomed, and I blame that on the time it took and just all the false hype that people generated. Yeah, the marketing. It didn't explain what it was, and when it did, people still made their own opinions of it.
They got Destiny level of marketing for that game.
For a game that has nowhere near as much, technically nowhere near as much depth, I don't think. And I don't mean that Destiny was an amazing deep game, but there was at least shooting and multiplayer, and there was a kind of a story, lore or whatever. This is just basically you go and do your own shit.
I mean, that's the thing. I still don't know, is it worth $60?
I do not believe so. I don't think it's worth, less than 40. I think they could have made it a $40,
40 would be
$39.99.
nice,
Yeah, that'd be cool. But 60, I don't think it's worth that.
Like the amount of work there is behind it, like I'd say, okay, like I see why they would price it at $60 because regardless of it being indie or not, like hey, it's like it looks like a huge game. But yeah, like even every tweet I've seen from other game journals and stuff like that, it's like everybody's unsure. Like I've seen, hey, No Man's Sky is coming out. I don't know what you think about it. That's basically the same comment I've been seeing from people from the Escape, like extras from the Escapist, or people from Gamma Sutra, or people from.
I mean, just people in general, like even just posting on anywhere, like everyone's just like, unless you follow it completely and you know exactly what it's going to be or whatever, and you're okay with that, even whether you're lying to yourself or not, that you can justify $60 for that. I don't think it's worth that again. But no one can say like this is the game that I thought it was going to be and I want it, or it's going to surprise me with what it is, no matter, like, because it's either going to disappoint you or you know what it is and it's already like not what everyone's saying it's going to be. So I don't know. That's why I say it's doomed. Like I just really do feel like it's the whole thing is doomed. But I really want it to do good, and I think it'll sell shit because I mean all the marketing. But God, I don't know.
Yeah, I do hope I do hope it's at least like good enough to not like completely crash and burn. Like okay, it might not be the biggest revolution. Like people went crazy for that fucking game and just like sent death threats to the developers when it was delayed for just a few months.
That's what I mean. Like those people that sent those death threats, did they know what the game was? Because it's not like anything has changed in that. I'm like, I can't imagine, other than it was a licensing thing or something for like the algorithm. Maybe that's what it was. But like they couldn't have done anything crazy huge overhaul because nothing is still in there that wasn't shown off or anything. And clearly we know because there's this leaked copy that this dude has, and he already got to the center of the universe, which was supposed to take forever. He did it in 30 hours, so clearly there's like workarounds and shit and loopholes. But
so what's at the center?
I didn't see. I don't want to know. No spoilers.
It's Peter Molyneux's cube.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. No, I don't know. It's a new Sonic game. It's the trailer for Sonic. It takes that long for them to fucking show it when they're like, "We know you're waiting." Stupid fucking stream. Oh my god. No, yeah. So I still will probably get it, but I don't think I'll get it. I don't think I'll pre-order it.
I'll be watching it with great interest. I really want to see what it's about and like how people are playing it. Other than that, just a quick shoot of different stuff that's coming out. World of Final Fantasy is also getting like closer to release, which looks actually pretty nice. We've seen some more of that Berserk Musou game, which also looks actually pretty good, actually better than the anime, which I've been watching as well. Gravity
Berserk.
Rush 2, Gravity Rush 2 pre-orders are up, so if you want to grab some Gravity Rush, get ready. And yeah, I think we've pretty much covered. There's pretty much some other things that we'll think about next week.
There'll be more stuff to touch on. One thing I wanted to say real quick was apparently Rockstar announced that they're going to announce something soon. It's an announcement for an announcement.
How long have they been doing this? Like we were
supposed to do something at E3, and then there was that rumor that they didn't show anything because of the shooting that had happened in Orlando right before. Apparently, it had to do with the shooting in the club. That was the gameplay trailer.
Is it Bully 3? You shoot up a school.
Oh God. I hope it's Bully. I don't know about that, but they're going to announce something soon. I also hope it's another Red Dead, but apparently Grand Theft Auto is still going strong. That's what they're saying. So it's obviously, I don't think it's a GTA. I don't think we'll get that for another 3 more years.
I got actually a little news straight off the, from a few
we keep
hours
saying
ago.
like we're done with news, and news just keeps pouring in.
No, because this one might interest Varia.
Breaking news.
There's a new game that's being teased by the Fatal Frame director, who also worked on the Ghost in the Shell standalone complex.
The show or the game?
I think the game.
Then I don't want to hear about it, but go ahead. Because if you go back to the first...
Atelier developer Gust opened a new teaser website for an unannounced game that will be revealed on August 18th. And will be Fatal Frame director Makoto Shibata, and the story will be written by Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. Oh no, it's not the game, it's the show.
Yeah, because that game has no story. It's just
Yeah.
for multiplayer.
Then I don't want to
It's
hear
written
it.
by it's written by the writer of Ghost in the Shell and Blood Plus.
That
Right.
might be cool. I'll keep my ear out.
How about some news that Varia really wants to hear about? Galgun has $90 DLC where you can see through their fucking clothes, dude.
Wait, what is
my
this?
god. You don't know what Galgun is? Holy shit.
No. I've been
It's an anime game where you shoot girls into ecstasy. So,
Yeah.
With a gun or like with
It's with a
pictures?
love gun.
yeah.
It's a love gun.
Love gun.
You aim at them and it makes them quote unquote super happy.
Get it
you know
on
what?
Vita.
I heard about like a $90 DLC thing.
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
didn't hear about what kind of game it was.
It's basically lets you
I
see
heard
through
you
their
had to be
clothes.
like a really, really huge weeb to like actually go and buy that thing. And
I believe
I can't.
He
I can't
already
pull the
has
trigger.
he already has his finger on the buy button.
Who?
you already have your finger
I
on
don't
the
even know what this game is. What Galaga? I just heard
Why-
of it
why-
for the first
why you
time. I thought it was
click- why
Galaga.
you-
I thought you guys were telling
Why are you
me
clicking
$90
so
Galaga
fast?
DLC.
Holy shit.
He's buying 10 copies.
Amazon's down. It must be because of you.
Also the other thing, Pray for the Gods, that game that looks like, a
Shadow of the Colossus.
homage to Shadow of the Colossus, has got this Kickstarter fully funded.
Awesome.
So
PC, right?
Sorry?
Is that PC? Is it coming to PC?
PC, PS4, Xbox One.
Oh, I didn't even know it was coming to consoles.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't I don't think they got the stretch goal, but they're still doing it anyway. So
Fuck
who
it,
knows?
we didn't need the money.
It's not a whole lot of money. It's like almost $500, but that's for the type of game they're making. That's not a huge budget. So keep your
Who's making a
reservations.
game for $500?
A small indie company called No Matter Studios. And they're making a game that's very similar to Shadow of the Colossus.
So the trailer looks fucking cool. I want to see
Oh.
more monsters. I've seen one like actual giant thing. I think it's that bird thing. So it looks
Yeah.
really cool. Looks really awesome. You can definitely feel the budget like in the trailer. There's things that are kind of like wonky, but it did look awesome. I did feel very Shadow of the Colossus, but
Yeah, it looks cool, but at some
Yeah.
point I saw, oh no, this crafting.
yeah,
Like this
crafting and
I'm like, do we really know?
Don't
Can we
add that
just go
stuff.
straight up, just
Yeah.
go hunt monsters? But yeah,
less is more.
Yeah.
Less is more in those type of games. All right, no more news. We're done with
That's
news.
my news.
There's next week every time. Let's go to our emails this week, guys, and we actually have one. We've been giving people names.
Wait. Could you echo yourself when you say emails this week?
Email. No, I only say it for. I only say it.
Please do.
I can only say it for. Let's go to our emails, and then I have to add some kind of song that's like 20 minutes, and then I come back in.
Back in black,
Mails.
Mails. We've had 3 emails for the past show, so anyone listening, please send an email. We need one for the next episode. I don't want to have an episode where we don't have an email now, because I just love reading these. So please, anyone listening, send us an email to comfycast@gmail.com, or you can tweet at us, which is just @comfycast. We've been giving these people fake names just for the fuck of it, so that way people feel like you can write in anything, literally, and I will read it, so don't worry, unless it's like straight up racist shit. But anyways, someone come up with a name for this guy.
Orlando.
Orlando
Okay,
and last name Hoot?
Simmons.
Orlando Simmons. I feel like this is an actual person. Oh my, holy shit, that was his name. No, we got to use another name. I'll bleep that out. No, I'm just playing. Okay, Orlando Simmons writes, let me skip this first part where he's memeing around. Hello, Comfycast. Long-time listener, first time writing in. How does today's band of traveling comfy cohorts feel about today's gamer in comparison to growing up with old Nintendo and Sega consoles, or computer shit, games? Games used to be a lot harder and more vague, requiring more thought than now. Do you think this will continue to affect future games as these people get older, or do you think harder games will always be around? Now, I'm not exactly sure his wording here. He was clearly high-writing this, but I think he's saying, do you think harder games will always be around, or do you think they're basically going to keep making easier games for people as time goes on?
Yeah, he's talking specifically about games or gamers.
Well, see, the first thing he says is gamers.
Let's answer both.
Okay.
Right. Well, I'll probably answer the game parts. I think like hard games now are gonna stay around mostly.
Because of Dark Souls.
Yeah, Dark Souls kind of proved like Dark Souls and a bunch of indie games just proved that yeah, there's a market for challenging games, especially now it's growing like a lot, like way more now than maybe a generation or two ago. People like playing challenging games, and especially games that are now challenging and well designed. Because I think like back then, yeah, you had harder quote unquote games, but mostly due to limitations. They were not particularly that hard, or if they were hard, it would also because they were sometimes poorly designed,
Yeah.
like based on incredible limitation, like on the NES or stuff like that. I'm actually pretty positive with the variety we have now compared to what we had back then. Um, I know I might that not sorry that not might not be an opinion that's popular with a lot of more core gamers right now, but I do think that there's a better selection of games, and that the hard games we get now are probably better than the hard games we got back then.
Yeah, especially like if you said that they're done that way on purpose. But also, there's like so many people that jump at the chance to complain about games being too handholdy when it's like you could play it on harder. They do that because they want to have a barrier of entry for everyone to, everyone can enjoy it in some way, and it's fine. Play it on extreme or whatever that difficulty is, and just do that.
I mean, it's less about being handholdy and more about this is something we were talking about with Fallout, right? Where every game, like mostly AAA games, because when people talk about this kind of stuff, they talk about AAA games.
Yeah.
And AAA games follow a formula. They follow the same, usually kind of design decisions, and they look at each other and they all like, we need this and that now in our game, in our tutorial, because that's what people do right now. You can look at the entire like Warner Brothers line of game where the combat system is the same for every one of their games. Ubisoft like also has the same formula for all of their open world games. And I think that's more of a real problem than the difficulty. It's mostly because they just sticking to one thing, and that people are just so accustomed that it's basically brainless to go through them. And then you have something like Dark Souls, or even like you have something like Hyper Light Drifter, or other difficult games coming out, or not specifically difficult, but more challenging because they require you to go with a completely new mindset.
Yeah.
Oh, can I answer?
Yeah, I was going to say, Very, I want you to kind of weigh in here.
Okay, Orlando. So basically, I agree with what Hoot's saying, but also I want to add that not every developer knows how to do difficulty well. I mean, you have the kind of Dark Souls difficulty, which is kind of like you have to figure stuff on your own. You have to like adapt and learn different tactics to like fight enemy bosses and stuff. And then there's like, I guess you could say the Call of Duty difficulty, where like choosing hard doesn't mean like it's going to be harder. It means like enemies are going to become bullet sponges.
Yeah,
and they're
going to take longer, basically.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's just delaying your progression instead of making things like actual difficult
challenges.
For you, like to go through the map maybe a different way. Instead of doing that, you get bullet sponges. And I think it's because we're not met with limitations in technology anymore. Not as like when games were like pretty early on. Early on, you have to be creative because like not a lot of people played games as they do now. Right now, it's like a really popular hobby to have because we're so into technology and stuff. And there's like a generation gap between people who like don't have like. There's people like in their 20s right now who are like in the middle between the people who haven't used technology and the kids that are growing up with an iPad at 2 years old,
Yeah.
And we're kind of like personally speaking, I'm like in that place where like I had to learn how to use that technology along with the kids that grew up with it. So I'm not like as adept. I'm not like as I guess adept with using technology as they are, because those kids, they can like flick their fingers really fast through an iPad just to do, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? And those kids are going to end up being really good at games, way better than I am, because like I had to learn by myself, you know, like I
Yeah.
had to learn as a teenager. So basically, it's just a generation gap, access to technology that makes games, I guess, uh, I don't know, you have to make them accessible for like the younger people who are coming up, because it's way easier to make stuff, and as it was harder earlier and like in the 90s, I guess you could say it was harder to sell a bunch of those games to be like profitable, like a profitable company, because not there wasn't like gaming was like a niche right then, and it's not as popular as it was right now. So
Yeah,
that's my 2 cents.
that's very true. That and what I was gonna say, basically, the only other thing left to say that I thought was that what he mentioned about what Orlando Simmons, what you mentioned about gamers in comparison to today's gamers, comparison of growing up with old Nintendo and Sega and PC games, is that gaming is not video games are not a secret club like this. Like, oh, we've been doing it for forever. Like, yeah, one day the people growing up now are going to feel that way about the next generation, like you're saying, and their thing will probably be all touchscreen. Like they like you said, they grew up using touchscreen, they got really good at it, just like we did with a controller, or well, some people did with a controller, or whatever those kind of games were. Things were more vague, like you said, because yeah, there was limitations and things just seemed harder, you know, like, or that was just the way they wanted to add longevity to their game because they thought that the only way to make it good was to make it so that you could go back and play it again, you know, and like look at like Super Ghosts and Goblins, like, the game was fucking really really hard, and it was on Super Nintendo, you know, just
It just had the mentality of like back then was the arcade coin eater.
Yeah. You had
Like,
to.
a lot of it was
That's how you
designed
were
that
getting.
way.
You were making money that way. So I think that is probably why a lot of those games felt that way. But I don't have a problem with things being easier for other people nowadays, as long as when it bores me is when I have a problem with it. When I'm playing something and I'm literally bored, that's when I have a problem with it. But I usually don't. I don't think anyone would go into that kind of thing blind, where it's like, oh, this game was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Why did I not look up anything about Dragon Age Inquisition? You know, like, or I don't know. It's just that I don't know. I think there's enough things online that you can kind of see before you buy and before you get trapped into that kind of predicament where it's like, this shit's too easy and I don't want to play it.
Yeah,
No
like
Man's Sky.
It's less about difficulty and more about creativity.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for your email, Orlando. I've only got one this week, so that's gonna be it.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
remember that 3 weeks ago we had a poll. Guess who won?
Oh shit, you're right. We totally didn't even mention this. We won. Fuck you,
We
Chili.
won.
Fuck you, Poon.
Fuck you, our last two guests. Mary.
Callie lost to Mary, so
And
woo.
everything is right in the world.
Splatoon can rest in peace.
See, I didn't
that-
even worry. Like, I wasn't even playing the game. I wasn't worried. I knew Maria was gonna come on top.
Yeah.
Also,
Just like
this
he
is
does every
confirmed
night.
that Chili and Poon are never going to be invited on this podcast. ever
Yep.
again.
I hope you guys had fun. That was the last time you ever speak. But please keep listening.
Banning you on the dub right now.
All right, it's time for the compendium. Varia has our question this week, as always, back from the grave. So, what's our question?
What's the most memorable quote from a video game in your experience?
The most memorable quote from a video game. Okay, who wants to go first? Who?
Well, I
Do you
have
have
a few.
anything? Okay.
A lot of them
Chapter
come
1.
from a lot of them come from Sonic Adventure.
What?
You could take a load of this.
How does that take a load of this?
Have you never played that game where just like Dr. Robotnik just
Yeah.
spouts one-liners?
Take a load of this.
I can't believe this. No, but more seriously, I think the one serious quote that probably sticks in my head, at least the one that comes up in my head right now, would be from BioShock, which is from Andrew Ryan.
Man
who
chooses.
says, yeah, man chooses
Yeah.
to slave obey.
That's a good one.
Which is still, to this point, one of my favorite little twists at the end of a game. Yeah, that one sticks out a lot for me.
Yeah, too many people have that as a tattoo though. But yeah, I do like it.
Yeah, is there a lot of people having this as a tattoo?
Oh my God, yes. Have you ever seen? And so many people have the 3 little links on their wrist.
Oh no.
That's crazy.
Other than that, just like I guess a bunch of Metal Gear stuff, but I think the BioShock one sticks out the most for me.
Okay, that's a good one. Varia, because I am kind of at a loss.
Okay, so I don't remember it word for word, but there's a bunch of really quotable lines in the original Deus Ex.
This is going to be what a shame.
Yeah, actually, it's the one I think that's earlier before that. That's like, yeah, oh man, you're gonna burn, all right. It's that one.
Oh,
You're gonna burn, all right.
Introduction. It's in the introduction one where it starts with Bob Page saying like your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the senator. I take it he was agreeable, says Walton Simmons, and then it just goes on from there. And it's just a really funny like dialogue between these two guys that has been like parodied so much that it's just so quotable for me.
Man, y'all's are cool and mine is fucking lame because all I can think of is like, you gotta believe. Fucking Lucio. Basically anything Lucio says is like, he says it with such fucking fervor. It really inspires you. Like, I don't know if you guys heard that Overwatch song, but man, what else does he say?
Just randomly fall down in the street and just let's break it down.
Let's break it. Oh yeah.
It's like everybody's like, "Sir, are you okay? You fell down."
Sir, you're right. I'm ready to activate the sound barrier. Like, what the... I have no friends.
Please, sir, stop hitting that can on the ground.
Please I see you duct tape a speaker to a handgun. Can you please put that down?
That's how you get tinnitus.
Oh god.
It's God. I remember there was or not a line, but okay, in my very troubled teenage pubescent years playing Kingdom Hearts, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, it sticks with me where spoilers I guess a little bit, but it's so long ago where you still get separated from Kairi at the very end, and what is, I think it's, she says
like, I know, like,
yeah, she says I'll wait for you,
yeah.
and he says no, she goes I'll come back, he says I'll come back for you, and Kairi says I know you will, and then the song starts, when we walk away, whatever the fuck. So yeah, that stuck with me, I guess.
I thought it was hold on. I thought he was going to say the thing he always quotes where he says like, I know in my heart like Kingdom Hearts is something. Because
that's another good one.
When he jokes.
I know in my heart Kingdom Hearts is light.
Oh god.
It's like, what? And now it's like no one knows in their hearts what the fuck Kingdom Hearts is. Like, I know it's 385 days over 2 divided by some weird math. Like, Kingdom Hearts got so convoluted. But yeah, that line sticks with me.
Another favorite would be from Devil May Cry. I'm gonna fill your dark soul with light.
Ooh, lewd.
Or from 4. The time, my time has come, and so have I.
The time has come, and
It
so
just
have
plays
I.
over and over. God, like
Now
man.
I'm motivated.
The time has come, and so have I.
The time has come, and so have I. That's like the soundtrack. That's like the song that plays.
I mean, a lot of quotes also from Platinum Games in general.
Yeah, the writing is just insane.
Metal Gear Rising. I mean, you can quote the entire dialogue between Raiden and Senator Armstrong and the last boss.
I could have gone pro.
Some
Old
cushy
college
Ivy League.
ball.
I feel like there was something in Portal.
Well, there's a bunch of stuff in Portal.
Yeah, but I can't remember. It's gonna bug me. Oh well. Yeah. All right. I'll stick with mine. Basically, anything Lucio said. Lucio could be, if he could forever be my hype man and just fucking yell random things next to me when I'm feeling down. That'd be great.
We'll be in Seattle. I'll just hype you up like
you gotta believe.
Start ordering some food. Like, let's break it down.
Let's break it down. Stop breaking shit down. Swift just mad at you. You're breaking all my shit. Oh god. we should mention again that we are going to PAX. Well, me and Hoot, Varia, sadly, will not be joining us.
I can't. I'm
Well,
broke.
maybe we'll get you on still on the podcast. We're gonna try to record a live podcast.
Oh, you guys do that? Oh, I can't do that live.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to take my fucking mic, man.
We'll add you in post.
Yeah, just kind of like laugh and I agree. I disagree. Send me some. I'll send you a sheet of lines to say. Just record them and I'll edit you in. Yeah. Well, I guess that brings us to the end of episode 16, where we were a little bit late by about 2 weeks, but hey, better late than never. Thanks for listening, everybody. This was Comfycast. Come join us over at the Dub Track Room, where we play comfy video game music. At dubtrack.fm/join/comfy-video-games. And follow our Twitter at Comfycast. And please send us emails. Any questions about video games or fucking anything. I don't care. Yeah. And you guys want to say bye? Till next time.
Bye until next time.
Goodbye and stay comfy.
Stay comfy, everybody.
Thank you for your patience.
And thank you for that sweet, sweet Patreon money. Okay. Talk to you later.
Wait, what?
Bye-bye.